Hello, welcome to this simple introduction to Arduino. My name is Navneet Sarma and we have Hari Prasad with me. We are from the ANARC club and today we'll show you the basics of Arduino. By the end of this video, you'll be knowing what Arduino is, how do we use it, and we'll build a simple front projects together. So let's get started. Before we begin, let me quickly walk you through what we will cover in this video. Number 1. What is Arduino? We will talk about what Arduino is, including its hardware and software. Number 2. Types of Arduino boards. I will show you some common types of Arduino boards and their uses. Number 3. Schematic diagram overview. We will look at how to set up a simple circuit and look at the schematic diagram of an Arduino. Number 4. LED blinking projects. These hands-on projects will teach you how to make an LED blink using Arduino. Number 5. Outro. Finally, we will wrap up and share where you can learn more. Alright, let's dive in and start with the basics of Arduino. What is Arduino? Arduino is an open source platform for making electronics projects. There are two parts to it. Number 1, the hardware part, and number 2, the software parts. So what is hardware? The Arduino board is like a small computer. It can control things like lights, motors and sensors. And software part. The Arduino IDE is a free program where you write instructions for the board. Arduino is very easy to learn and great for beginners. You don't need to be either an engineer or a very expert to use it. Hobbyists can use it for making very simple and basic projects. Different types of Arduino boards. There are different types of Arduino boards for your different needs. Here are three popular ones. Arduino Uno. The Arduino Uno is very great for beginner and basic projects. Arduino Nano, small for good and compact projects. And we have Arduino Mega. It is suitable for advanced projects that need very big amount of memory and more connections. These boards can handle a variety of projects, whether big or small. Let's talk about the parts of Arduino Uno and what they do. We have power pins. The Arduino needs power to work. It has a 5-volt pin and a 3-volt pin for giving power to sensors and other devices. The ground pins for connecting to the ground. A VIN pin where you can connect an external power supply. Next, we have Arduino input pins A0 to A5. These pins read signals from sensors like temperature or light sensors. They can measure signal from 0 to 5 volts. Digital pins 0 to 13. This pin can turn things on or off like LEDs or monitors. Some pins like 3, 5, 6, 9, 10 and 11 can control things more smoothly using something called as PWM, the pulse width modulation. You don't need to worry about it, it will be explained in later upcoming videos. Next we have some special pins like RX and TX, pins 0 and 1 for sending and receiving data. INT pins, pin 2 and 3 for detecting events like a button press. SCL and SDA for connecting to special devices like sensors and displays. SPI pins. We have pins 10, 11, 12 and 13 for SPI communication. This is a way for our Arduino to talk to things like microcards or wireless devices. We have the AREF pins, pin number 15. This pins helps us improve accuracy when reading the analog signals. We have a reset pin. The pin resets the Arduino. It's like restarting your computer. At the center of the Arduino is a small chip called the microcontroller, the brain, Atmega 328P microcontroller. It runs the code you write. Alright, that's it. These parts work together to make the Arduino a super powerful tool for building cool projects. We will begin with a simple yet fascinating project, the LED blinking projects. This project is perfect for beginners as it demonstrates the basics of Arduino programming and circuit building. In this project, we will make 3 LED lights blink in a sequence to mimic a traffic light system. It's a fun and educational way to understand how microcontroller works with hardware. To get started, we will need a Arduino Uno board, a breadboard, 3 LEDs, red, yellow and green, 3 220 ohms resistor. You can take up any color or any value of resistance such that the current flowing through the Arduino does not exceed the limit. Few connecting wires, a USB cable to upload the code into the Arduino. Let's now set up the connections. Here is how we will connect everything. We have to connect the anodes of the LEDs to digital pins 1, 2 and 3 on the Arduino board. 1, 2, 3. We have to connect this 220 ohms resistor to the cathode of each LED, this one and this one. And then to the ground rail of the breadboard. This is the ground rail. Now finally we have to connect the ground pin of the Arduino to the ground rail of the breadboard. The connection is done. Now that we have set up the connections, let's move on to the code that powers this project. These codes control the sequence in which the LED blinks: red, yellow and green. My friend Hari Prasad will explain you the code.
Talking about the Arduino programming, that which Navneet has done the project of Arduino, I would like to tell you that this code is very similar to syntax of C++. And just before going to start the code explanation of the code, you guys have to know little bit basics. I mean, you have to be aware of the basics of C++. Okay, I think you guys all know about the syntax of C++, how the C++ starts. Okay, just we'll go for the code of this project. Here, see, I told you this is the form of C++. Here we are initializing the time at 0 second. I mean, it is an initializing position. It is starting position of the project, means at time is equal to 0. We didn't start anything. It's the rough model. Okay, after setup, this setup function indicates we are here we are initializing a red light and yellow light and blue light, which means it tells us it's glowing or not. I mean, if we are initializing at a correct position or not and all. This is for the setup function. Here pin 1 is for red light and pin 2 is for yellow light and pin 3 is for green light. We can change as we like. We can give numbers. I mean, not these are the numbers because we started inputting, right. Here we using a void loop, so that I wanna start first. I wanna glow red light, red LED, then yellow LED, then last green LED. So for red LED, I am writing the if condition. If time divided by 3 is remainder is equal to 0, then automatically the red light blinks. Here delay indicates the time that we can see, so that the observation we can see. If there is no delay, we can't observe the reading of the LED. I will show you in later. Okay, here this for yellow I am taking the condition else. If this condition is not work, then else the next condition. If time divided by 3 the remainder is equal to 1, then LED of yellow will glow. Okay, here we are also writing a delay so that we can observe the observation either yellow light is glowing or not, means here the connections are correct or not. That's it. Delay is for to check the observation, to see the observation, so we can know that yes, this circuit is working perfect. And here the green, for green we are taking else because we are using 3. Here we used 2 conditions. For green we can, there is no condition for time. If you want we can write like that, else if t percentage of 3 divided by 3 is equal to 2 and close the bracket. Sorry, we should not use this bracket for if condition. Okay, so just we have to use this condition. Yeah, Here I am opening the flower bracket. Yeah, we can use this else if condition, or we can write only else, no problem, nothing will happen, because we already wrote the condition for two lights. The rest of the condition is for this. Here we initialize it t is equal to 0, but here we wanna increase the time by one. See, first is 0, then this indicates t plus plus. Here this t plus plus is the increment of the time, means it increases by 1. Here that increment of time here is equal to 0. After the execution of this code, this increases to 1. After again executing the code, again it comes to here, then it will execute to 2, and this is continuous further, and it's an infinite loop. We can break the loop if we want at a particular time, and you can write the, we can give the condition such that we want to break at time, at some time we can break it using the keyword break. Okay, yeah, this is the code. We'll check whether it is correct or not. See, when I started clicking start simulation, here it's in slicing. Yeah, here directly the code is executed because there is no error in the code. Okay, just I will close the code, then we'll observe the simulation. See, first red light is glowing. After 1 second, the yellow light is glowing. After yellow light is glowing, the green light is glowing. Now my friend Navneet will continue this video.
A special thanks to Hari for explaining the code so well. Thank you all for joining us on this journey into the world of Arduino. We hope it inspires you to explore electronics and programming further. For any questions or guidance, feel free to reach out at anark.nita.robotics@gmail.com or connect with us on LinkedIn at anarknita. This is Navneet Sharma and my friend Maji Nagadurga Ariprasad from ANARC signing off. Keep innovating. Please do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel ANARC. Thank you.